Okay, this is John with Catfish Garage. I had to take a couple weeks off due to some heart issues. Even though I've only made one video, I still wanted to pursue this and kind of play around the garage and do a few things. So today's just going to be a light day. So today I'm planning on working on the Mustang, working on the grill on the front. You know, it's always the little stuff. So I found some marker lights that were original factory type. They're yellow. Because my original ones, I mean, they were okay for what the car is. I mean, they're not perfect by no means, but, and they do make repops of these. But I found a pair of the yellow ones that still had the factory numbers on them. They're still got the Ford logo on them, everything. And I don't know if I can get it in there enough to where you can see it, but you know, it is what it is. So I bought these, and yes, they do make new ones, but they're not going to have the Ford Motor Company logo and all on it, which really don't matter for this car. Oh, crap. Okay, had to take a little break there for a second. Had to go get something. Okay, so when I took the old ones out, these gaskets, they go in behind the marker light assemblies. Okay, well, they're junk. So I got these from Classic. They do Mustang parts, Mustang 2 parts. So I was able to get them. Yeah, they came from Classic Auto Reproductions. That's where I bought a lot of the Mustang 2 parts from. They do real good work. And I got the fan shroud. I got new bumpers for this thing, fiberglass tuck bumpers to go on it. And but for right now, I'm gonna start putting this all together. I'm gonna clean this area where this goes into, where the marker light goes. I mean, the sad part about all this is that the parts I ordered and got are look better than the grill. I may have to at some point take this all back apart and redo it. And paint it. But you know, for now, I'm just trying to clean it up a little bit. Yeah, and 50 years of water and everything sitting in there, it's not going to be perfect. And yes, I do have the wrong Cobra emblem on it in the wrong spot, and I don't care, because I'm not spending the money to buy the one that actually goes in it. For people that have them, it ain't worth it. So I got this one from Classic, and they got a little clip that you can put it over there. Now it's supposed to be in the center, but I kind of like it where it is. It's my car. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna put this in there after we clean this up. Yeah, these may have been spray painted by the guy I bought it from. I don't know. But I don't care. They look good. Alright, let's see. I gotta get the old gasket out. That on there. Yeah, it fits pretty good. Alright, so that's the top. Yep. You know what? Duh. I'll put the gasket in here. Maybe. We'll see. I don't think it really matters. Alright. Alright. Got that. And I gotta be very, and anybody that works on these older cars know you gotta be careful with all these plastic parts because they like eggshells. Well, you know, how about I flip that up? That might work a little better. All right, so now. Now maybe put that in there like that. Let's set that down on top of it. I'll not put it in there right. Now I know there's not a difference. So I'm doing something wrong. Well, I had to stop for a minute. This is what happens when you're working on stuff and you have to stop for 2 weeks. You can't remember everything. So I'm not even sure I got the right marker housing on that side. So I opened up the other one. Let's see what we got now. Yeah, it fits a little better when you get the right part on it. Okay. I'm not perfect. Don't claim to be. All right. Now this is where I usually drop the screw and have to go find it. want to see the back of it. That gasket. I mean, you got, this car's from 77. So, stuff back then just, they just slapped them together. Nobody really cared. So. All right, so we're going to move on to this one. This one's going to be the exact same thing. Okay. So, honestly, I just unpackaged this when I hadn't seen them yet. But, at least, let's see if I can get it up here. At least, we're not the only ones. I live in the South, North Carolina. Danged old dirt daubers, I swear. Getting everything. I know a lot of you guys that does the Mustang 2s and stuff. I know people hate them, but so what? There's a guy on Facebook I found that I bought some parts from. Cool dude. Name's Brian McDilda. He's on one of the Mustang 2 pages. He sells parts when he has them, and he really helped me out. I was looking for a set of seat brackets, because mine were just done. But that'll go back to another video that I'm going to do, because we're going to put the newer style Mustang 2 seats in here. That's a top on it. I mean, not Mustang 2. The newer Mustang seats in it. They're SL 550s. I had that in my first video. So I'll get there. Well, it already looks different. In fact, I like it better with the yellow ones in it. Alright, so as we go through this, I'm going to go ahead and put it in today. And I'm also going to change the LEDs out. I switched this car over to LED bulbs, front and rear, and in the dash. Only to find out that the old style flashers wouldn't work with it, with the LED bulbs. Because the LEDs have to, they don't produce enough resistance to trigger the flasher. Took me a while to figure it out. And I did find a set of Jeep flashers that would work. And put them in there. I took out the whole wiring harness on it because it was just rotten. And I cheaped out. I bought one from El Cheapo, and of course it's going to cause problems, and it did. But anyway, the alright, than that. Oh yeah, man, I like that a lot better. I really like the snake on it. And no, it's not really a Cobra. It's a it was just a V8 Mustang 2 hatchback non-AC car. And but the person who had it for me had butchered it up pretty bad. And that's why I don't feel so bad about welding a roll cage in it, roll bar, and doing some other stuff to it, stuff I modified with it. So, but they had already somehow scrounged up most of the Cobra parts for the interior, so I got them. So we're just gonna make a Cobra clone out of it. I don't care, because I can guarantee you that the factory motors wasn't nowhere near as good as this one. Because this one came out of my 70.5 Falcon, which is a Torino body style. And I had to sell that car, so I kept the motor and transmission out of it and put it in this one. This one's built mainly out of stuff I had in the garage, but you know, it's got fuel injection on it and a few other things. You know, I had to spend some money on it, but it's still pretty cool. Alright, so back. Needed to go in the house, get some batteries. I'm using my wife's GoPro. First video I made it with my phone. So I bought all the stuff for auxiliary mic and everything for her GoPro. So I'm trying to learn how to use that. Okay, so I bought these new LEDs that supposedly have a resistor in them that make them work better. Because I still, even with the new flashers I bought from Jeep flashers, I still have an issue with it. So sometimes they'll come on, sometimes they won't. Alright, put that one in. Then I'm going to test it to see how bad they don't work. Chinese sockets. Okay. Alright, let's see how these work. Alright, I gotta go back here now, turn the battery on. Well, there must be something wrong with that socket. Ah, yeah. Damn's always something. I know this bulb here used to work, right? And just because the ones I got are new don't mean they're worth a crap. I don't think it's the bulb. I must have something unhappy in the wiring harness. You know, you gotta tap it to see if it works. Okay, well. I mean, they all go, now it could be anywhere from the steering column out here. Same problem. Let's see. rear is working. With the front one. Alright. Let me see if I can find a meter. Might be in the house. Or in the back. I hear the flasher working and I see the rear one working. Oh, now there's my rear. Oh, let's see. Pretty sure. This one should be green. Well, that's working. I must have a bad socket. So this is the problem with using a newer style digital meter, is that I can sit here and watch it, but I got, like I say, I got 12 volts up here, so I undoubtedly got a bad socket. But the meter can't react as fast sometimes as the signal is coming to it. Well, that blows. Okay. So for today, I believe that's going to kill me for today. For doing this part. So I just proved the socket is bad. Piece of Chinese crap. Okay. Alright, I ain't willing to give up just yet. These are a different style of light. Actually, these are 11 something like that. Anyway, I'm just wondering if that's the main issue here. What in the hell? I gotta be some little Chinese dude over there right now laughing his hind end off. Oh, we'll see the Americans get into this crap. Oh, hell. I mean, come on, man. It's a damn bulb. Oh. I gotta lift it out of there. I thought I had a cover on it. Watch the shit. Alright, now let's see what happens. Different bulb. But that one don't lock in there because these are for 1156 bulbs. These sockets are not 1157. I'm gonna quit messing with it and just go order another set of sockets. Yay. Alright. Okay, well, I gotta stop on that. I admit defeat. Okay, I'm back. Tried to order some parts, got them ordered, and then started having GoPro issues. I know I'm new to this GoPro. It's my wife's GoPro I'm using, but we're attempting to make this work. So, took me a little while to get that going. Okay, so since I'm waiting on parts, I'm gonna go ahead and get caught up putting my grinder together. I know it's probably boring. I'm not gonna make you look through the whole thing, but watch all of it. So we'll see how bad the Chinesium instructions are, and how much welding or parts I got to rework on it to put it all together. That's just normal. Okay, let's get her hooked up, find some instructions. Don't know if these are any good or not. It's a Win. I ordered it off of well, I picked it out and my wife bought it for me for Christmas because I took my other grinder I had from the last 10 years and turned it into a buffer. So yeah, I just wanted to know. Now let's see what tools I need. You shouldn't need any tools for this. Those already ain't looking good. Oh, the guard. Yeah. Alright. Yep. Okay. Well, let's figure out what all that goes to. But it don't look like I really need many tools to put this together. I say that now. Okay, so with the well, it isn't fancy, it got light on it. Alright, well, don't look too bad. Like I say, it's not perfect. You know, it's not a high dollar one, but you know, no more than what I'm gonna use it. You know, it's just nice to have it when you need it. It's gonna be like my 30-year-old Harbor Freight cut-off saw. I'm still using the original saw blade on it, and it cuts fine. All right. I don't know how it is where most people live right now, but this is late April, and it's been 100 degrees outside in the evenings. So that's why I got up this morning and did my mowing. Because actually this is day 2 because I was having so many GoPro issues. Yeah, okay. I see a bunch of crap. Okay. Shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, so I'm gonna stop for a few minutes and read the instructions. I know these are just suggestions, but sometimes they may have a little something in them you might need to know, but shouldn't need to know it on this thing. Well, I've got all the parts out, and honestly, I have to say that the quality is pretty decent. So it's got this heavy metal base on it. Alright. Which is kind of surprising that the quality would be this good. Well, it's even got a metal water pot on it. Now I'm sure it's just probably powdered metal or something like that, but at least it ain't a piece of plastic crap. And you know what? I just seen on the side that it says Wind Products, Great Lakes Technology, and it's out of West Dundee, Illinois. I'll be damned. Alright, Bob Merck. Woo! Alright, so there's that. Right on there. Not real sure where I'm gonna put this over time. Sometimes you just have to adjust it. Alright. There it is. And then because I honestly didn't look at the where it came from. It just this one was in my price range, which most of the time is cheap. But we didn't get it from Harbor Freight. Still trying to get everything tightened up. And it gave me a little hook to put on it, but, you know, not real sure about this hook deal. Because I will set something up there, and you don't want rags and everything around your grinder. That can make for a bad day. All right. Okay. That doesn't exactly go where the instructions say it goes. But not unless I'm missing something. Maybe I need to flip it back over. And look and see. Oh, I see where they. I tell you what, I'm not gonna put that on there. Could. That's too much like a safety hazard. No. Safety? Safety last? No, not right now. Tell you what, how about I put it on the back? I bet it goes through that little hole right there. I ain't putting it on there because that's starting to be aggravating. Okay. So there's the stand. So now I just gotta get this set, the grinder set on it. This thing's being a pain, thanks to rough country. They're not my favorite place to get truck parts from. And this one proved it. And I'll go more into that when I put these in the truck. Because this is the first cent they sent. And it was missing brackets. So instead of sending me the brackets, they sent me a whole nother set. So I'm gonna have to haul them off to the dump. But it's a good thing they sent the other one and this one, because after I unboxed everything, I figured out that it was going to take 2 sets to make one, because their quality's so crappy. All right. Glad when I get caught up in here and get some of this mess cleaned up. Alright. So now. Okay. Looks like there's only 2 bolts that hold it on there. Works for me. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I understand why so many people don't use the GoPro for making video content. Battery life on them sucks. Lost a little bit of my content I was doing, but that's fine. We got this. So, this is a learning process. For me it is anyway. Alright, so in this box I got a winch. Little 5,000 pound winch. I think it's 5,000. Yeah. It's an expensive one too. It's from Harbor Freight, Badlands. But anyway, I'm going to make a bracket on these front arms right here. It's going to go across. I'm going to take the lift pads out, and the bar will set in there so that I can pull the car or whatever else I need in here if something's broke. You know, if it's a wheelbarrow car is what we used to call. You have to push it. But anyway, I'm getting too old for that. So this way I can at least winch it in there. There's a lot of people out there that do it. I've seen it on some of the other channels. I think Dalton does it on Pole Barn Garage, but I got one here. I'm gonna do that here shortly. But I got some other stuff coming up. Unfortunately, life gets in the way. That's what happens to project cars. You know, life gets in the way. Okay, finally got in the sockets. The light sockets to put in this car, only to find out that you know, the cheap Chinesium stuff just, but anyway, it's going to work good enough for what I want it for. Maybe if I can get the thing to line back up. Great. I'm testing it on the old marker lights due to the fact that I don't want to break my new ones. Really. Well, well, it may do good enough for now. You just can't get good parts anymore. But it's alright. So, let me get a bulb out. Make sure the bulb's going to fit in the socket. I don't know why, but just something tells me that. Okay. Oh, bulb does fit the socket. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. So now I'm going to come over here and unwrap all this. Great. This is one of them deals when you hopefully don't have to go back and do DNR work, which is do and redo. So. So I'm not going to force y'all to look at me unwrapping this all the whole time. So. Well, I went and found everything. Came back. Yeah. So right now I'm going to start cutting everything out. Do that. I really hate that socket broke because that was a pretty decent socket. But that's alright. So now, get my little wire strippers out. I like these wire strippers, but and better go a little more. That'll work. Then I'll do this one. What do you think? I think it's 14. Would help if I get it in the jaw. Well, alright. Try again. Now, where's that piece of crap socket at? There. Alright. Well, they're already kind of stripped, I guess. I guess I'm going to have to go try to find another set of sockets. Because I'm just doing this to get it back running. Get it back working. See if I can find it. And what I did was, I do what everybody else does. I just buy whatever the cheapest thing is I can find. I know better. But, like I said before, this is all coming out of my pocket. Nobody else's. I ain't whining about it. I don't care. All right, let's see. Get my good crimping tool. I really like this crimping tool. Because it makes a nice crimp on it. I don't know if y'all can really see that. But it does make a really good crimp. Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay, we'll try this again. Okay, so I'll show you. It does make a good crimp whenever you get it on the actual metal part. Yeah. Not the plastic part. Okay, well, now they're calibrated. I throw them on for dropped them. You ever just have them days when nothing seems like it wants to go really well? All right, so now we're going to connect the other black one to this black one. Lock that there. And then we're going to hook the red one to the hot one. I know which wire it is because it's labeled. All right. I really like that set of crimpers though. Yeah. And you don't have to really use a heat gun. I used a cigarette lighter for many years. I finally got the money to buy one of these. And I like it. All right. Those are all heat shrunk. All right, let's see if I can find the bulb that matches the other one over here. Well, calibrated that one. Oh, I want you to just roll up under the down. Okay. Now, well, I'll be right back. I need to go turn the battery on. Okay, so now that one's working like it's supposed to. And that one's now working. Awesome. Well, it's not perfect, but it's good enough for now. All right. Yeah, I don't need the chair all the time, but my back's got a pinched disc in it, pinched nerve in it, excuse me. So, waiting on them to tell me what they can do to fix that. Tell you what, man, it sucks to get old. It really does. I ain't whining. I just kind of wishing that things had went a little better, but it is what it is. Okay. Get this wrapped back up. Switching these old cars over to LEDs and everything, it's a pain. It can be, but like I told you earlier in the video, I had to get the well, I used a Jeep flasher that would work with the LEDs put in it. All right. this all the way around. Now, let me find my screws that go back in there. Oh, great. What did I do with them? Okay, let's see if we can get this. See if I can get all this put back in here. Yeah, I don't really care for this socket. Right now, it's what I got. All right. So now, all right, let's see if we can get this side in. I really only turn the camera off when I'm gonna start saying things I probably shouldn't. No, really. Well, I want to see how it actually looks when they're flashing. Oh yeah, I like that. Sometimes it's just the little things in life. Oh, let's see if I can find the. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, that little project's done. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I'm still learning how to put everything on YouTube and get the right stuff in there. It's got all the little hashtags, look at me through this and blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate whoever is watching. Thank you. And I got another video I'm going to start putting out. Like I said earlier, it's going to be about a tiller. I needed a tiller because my old one's getting too hard for me to move around. And so that'll be the next one, hopefully, not unless something else changes. All right, bye.